God runs history for His glory. If you look at verse 2 of our text, God told Moses to encamp between Migdol and the sea. So this specific location of camping, settlement, that location was designed by God, in other words, designated by God. And the word Migdol in Hebrew means a fortified city wall or tower. So I imagine it sounds like they encamped between like mountain cliffs, walls. By on their power, they cannot climb up. And in front of them, there is a Red Sea, and behind them, Egyptian army. Now, one thing is clear. This was not an accident. It was God who led them to this place. And He did not do this because He hated Israel, nor because He did not know the Egyptians, what they're going to do, the pharaohs, that He's going to change his mind and to decide to chase after them. So this was clearly in God's plan. Now think what that means. Who runs the history? Not the president, not the governor. Who runs your life story? Not your CEO, not your boss, not your co-workers, not your teachers, not your best friend, not them. Who runs the story of your life? I tell you this, not you. You know this better than anybody else because your life does not always run according to your plan. God does all according to His plan. He decides my life story. Whatever you are facing, it did not happen apart from God's plan and will and rule. That's what we believe. Even the evil device, the evil plan of the Egyptians against Israel was part of God's plan, don't you see? Christianity is different from all other religions. For all other religions, the motivation of serving God is for man's sake. Ancient religion, modern religion, they're all same. They worship idols that they may have some abundance of life, prosperity, my comfort, my well-being. At the heart of their religion, their gods exist for man. But you must know this, hope of glory, we exist for God. God does not exist for us. We are for God's glory, not the other way. God runs the history, including your life story, including all your suffering and tears and trials, for His own glory. The ultimate goal is not my comfort. God does not exist for my comfort. God ordains my good days and my bad days all for His glory. The Red Sea was for His glory. Fear not, stand firm, and see the salvation of the Lord, which He will work for you today. What was the main reason that God put Israel in this situation? It says this in the middle of verse 4, and I will get glory over Pharaoh and all his host, and the Egyptians shall know that I am the Lord. Actually, that is a main theme of throughout the book of the Exodus. God says again, in Exodus 3, what is your name? I am the Lord. Capital L-O-R-D, Yahweh. All 10 plagues of judgment that He poured out on Egypt were to display His glory. I am the Lord. He could have struck the firstborn child from the beginning, because from the beginning when God called Moses, He knew it. He told Moses, unless I strike the firstborn child of the Egyptians, the Pharaoh will not let the people go. Question is, how come He didn't do it from the beginning? If He knew that's what's going to cause, why did He do it? He did one by one, reserving that as a 10th one, and all that so that He may show that He's the God of the water, He's the God of the field, He's the God of the mountain, He's the God of the insects, the animals, stars and lights, life and death. I am the Lord, and there is no other. Let the Israelites and Egyptians and all the people may know I am the Lord. The glory of God is the goal of history, is the goal of your existence, is the goal of your life story, so that He may be exalted. I am a part of His grandeur story. He wants us to know how glorious and awesome our Father is. We have a great Father. The question is this, do I have eyes to see that? That the Lord is greater than my trouble, greater than what I'm facing, mightier than the Egyptians, wiser than Moses to lead my life. And our Lord, our Shepherd, does unthinkable. Trapped between walls, in front, Red Sea, back, Egyptian army. You cannot do this, you cannot do that. Not A, not B. You cannot choose neither. There's no other way. Either we are gonna be dead, die by the sword of the Egyptians, our children, including our babies, will be mercilessly killed by their hands, or all of us being drowned in the Red Sea and die. That's all we as a finite being can think of, nothing else. But our Lord Jesus does unthinkable. He's greater than what we are facing, wiser than man's wisdom. He who has no sin, stone her first. Give whatever belongs to Caesar, but whatever belongs to God, give to God. Did you say that we're gonna die either by the swords of the Egyptians or by drowning in the sea? Did you say that there is no other way? What about this? I will split the water and make a way through it, and you walk through it, and I will destroy the Egyptians. Do not be afraid. You be silent and watch the glory of your God's salvation. I couldn't understand why Lord allowed it or willed it. Maybe I will never understand that on this side of the world. But again and again, I found my peace and comfort in the one who loves me, that He loves me, and He proved that love to me. That's the place I went all the time. Our Lord Jesus came for us. Though no human skin can trap Him, no human way, no trouble can stop Him, but Jesus voluntarily walked right into their trap. Jesus knew what will happen to Him when He goes to Jerusalem, but He willingly, voluntarily walked to the Jerusalem that He may fall into their trap and die on the cross. Verse 14 of our text. The Lord will fight for you, and you have only to be silent. What did you do? What did I do for my salvation? Nothing. Silent. Watch. The Lord will do it for you. Jesus is strong, and He's a divine warrior who fought our battles. He put Himself there to that dead end, which is nothing but death. My God, why have you forsaken me? Why? So that you and I, we will never have to wrestle with this. We don't have to feel in this way. We don't have to think in this way that we are forsaken by God, no matter what happens in our lives. He was forsaken, so we can always find favor before our God. Why did He put Himself there? Jesus refused to be out of trouble. I was desperately asking God to take me out of trouble. He refused to be out of the trouble. He refused to come down from the cross. When people are saying, if you are able to come down, was He able? Absolutely. He refused to come down from the cross. And He was slain like a lamb, silent, so that He may win my battle victoriously. He rose again. I don't understand everything that happens in my life. You do not, I do not, we do not. But I trust in the love that He proved to me. I trust in the promise that He gave to me, that He will give us a life and the body. God did unthinkable through His Son, Jesus Christ. Yes, we exist for God's glory. I take joy in that because God did not treat us, and He does not treat us expendable things for His glory. He loves us, and He wants us to know how awesome, glorious He is, so that we may enjoy Him and have Him forever.